over the world. He cared about every single player he coached, invested in every relationship he made with his referees, and took pride in their accomplishments. Career in soccer, he was a dedicated father to 2 daughters and a doting papa to his grandkids, Chloe and Landon. At this time, please join us in a moment of silence, please, in memory of Jim Kerr.
Jill, Tegan, Paxton, Kaylin,
and we're proud members of California Coast Credit Union.
We were all able to get car loans through Cal Coast at a great rate. It was quick and easy, all 4 times.
That's the Cal Coast advantage to us.
Shop GTM stores in Lemon Grove, Santee, and Otay Mesa and discover bargains on thousands of brand name home, office, and personal items at savings of up to 70% below other retailers. For coupons, directions, and more, go to gtmstores.com. GTM.
Can you make this cake for my daughter's birthday?
Donna realized her network was surprisingly slow. So she switched to Metro PCS and got her family 4 lines with unlimited high-speed data for $100, period. Metro PCS. Wireless figured out.
Star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you, Karen, and thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
And with that, we welcome you inside Valley View Casino Center. It is the regular season and home regular season finale for the San Diego Sockers, the Pacific Division champions in the MASL, and heading toward the Ron Newman Cup playoffs, which will begin next week with a home-and-home against the second-place Tacoma Stars. Tonight, the regular season concludes with the El Paso Coyotes, a team looking to finish with a winning record at 11-10. They are not in the playoff bracket. They are seeking to play spoiler in front of one of the best crowds of the year for San Diego Soccer's action. We've got tremendous youth soccer participation in the stands. We've got a very young audience tonight, and we welcome you worldwide watching us now on YouTube's MASL TV. Alongside Nate Alvarez, Craig Elston back with you after missing the last couple of games of San Diego Soccer's home action. So glad to be back, Nate. And boy, this Soccer's team has just kept on rolling, and now there is a little bit to play for here tonight in match 22 of the regular season. You want to finish 19-3, and if you do, that guarantees you second best record in the MASL, and were you to emerge out of the Western Conference, home field for the Ron Newman Cup final.
Well, first off, nice to have you back, sir. It's been far too long, Mr. Hockey, back in the arena soccer landscape. Good to have you back, Mr. Elston. Sockers, big win tonight. Available for them to get through this thing. 19-3 record would certainly be advantageous come playoff time, because you never know what kind of funky stuff is going to break down come the playoffs. Whether you're that second seed or third seed could be huge if we're talking about Monterrey potentially getting upset. Talking about hosting situations later on in the month of March. Another one that's not as important on a competitive level, but just more on a pride and little piece of history level. Chance to go undefeated at home here in this season with a win tonight. That would be a mighty fine achievement for this soccer squad.
And one that they are very used to is making their home field something that is a dominant place where teams come to lose. And, of course, if the Sockers can keep that going, they'll be guaranteed to at least get to the Western Conference Final. However, and we'll continue to talk about it, the Ron Newman Cup playoff bracket, as we know, this game is of no consequence to the Sockers making it. Their position is secure. Only a theoretical third-round matchup is what we're discussing in terms of the win-loss importance tonight, and even that could put them no worse than tied with the Baltimore Blast. The Milwaukee Wave already have 5 losses. They cannot finish with a better record than the San Diego Sockers. The second-place teams in the Eastern bracket obviously have worse records than that. But as you mentioned, you want to make this place a hard place to play, and you want to stay sharp because Tacoma, the type of team that has the type of goalie that you know can steal a game in Danny Waltman, and then you talk about either Celeste, the team that's eliminated them 2 playoffs in a row, or Monterey, the best team in the MASL, waiting in the next round.
And apart from all of that, as far as the schedule goes, as far as hosting situations, just that classic bit of momentum that the Sockers need going into the playoffs, making sure that this is a well-oiled machine going into the postseason. Hear that cliche all the time. It's how you're playing going into the postseason that matters the most, not necessarily where you finish in the table. Obviously, everything we're talking about here is important. The Sockers need to maintain that number 2 spot, but just that classic bit of momentum going into the postseason is very important for Phil Salvaggio's team. So look for Coach to be rather serious tonight as far as those little things, some of the slip-ups at the back that we've seen at times this season. Been pretty much fundamentally sound here inside the Valley View Casino Center, but there have been some slip-ups here and there, some moments of chaos. So look for a real clean performance from the Sockers tonight to take that momentum into next week against Tacoma.
Chris Toth gets the start in net for San Diego. His 12th appearance of the season, 9-2, a 3.87 goals against, a 747 saves percentage, and of course 1 shutout on the season as well. It's Eduardo Artavalo in net for the Coyotes of El Paso. His 12th start, 6-5. His goals against, 9.77. His save percentage, well, it's .480. So getting some shots on goal sounds like a great offensive plan for the Sockers tonight.
Always seems to be. It's funny how it works.
15 minutes up on the clock, the first of 4 quarters here this evening at Valley View Casino Center. Love the energy in the building tonight. And it's Julie V t-shirt night as well. And so you see all sorts of yellow number 22 shirts dotting the lower bowl. It's also celebrity halftime game night, and that's brought in a little bit of an extra crowd as well. The Sockers are in black kits today with yellow socks. El Paso white with black and green. Sockers run right to left in the opening 15. El Paso left to right. For the Coyotes, it's David Salas at midfield with the opening touch. We are underway. MASL action on MASL TV and YouTube. It's the Sockers and the Coyotes. These two teams met to open the season, and they meet in match 22 of the season. 1 and 22 bookends between the Sockers and El Paso as Brian Farber gets tripped up in defensive midfield for the game's initial foul.
Farber, who was inches away from scoring one of the goals of the season.
Saw that.
Against Ontario. Oh, man.
You know, I saw him do it, a bicycle kick goal in Harrisburg against the Heat, and it actually came in win 48 of the Sockers' 48-game winning streak, the still U.S. professional team sports record for consecutive wins. Farber had a bicycle kick goal in Harrisburg at the Farmtown Arena.
Yeah. Encourage everybody to look that one up, and if you're just a fan of arena soccer, you're a fan of taekwondo or acrobatics, look up what Farber almost pulled off on Thursday night up in Ontario.
Yeah, that's one where horseshoes, hand grenades, and that was good. Here, how about this run? Escoto, and then the last touch to the right was where El Paso could take it away. At the elbow, we've got a man down for the Coyotes. That's Ernesto Luna. And Kia Depina, veteran referee, out there with Kelly Mock. We've got certainly a highly experienced referee crew tonight.
Ooh, watching that replay there, Craig. Escoto snuck back by. The head of Luna, as he was getting up after making a fantastic defensive contribution, was just kind of hanging there, and Escoto came zooming by, and let's just say he leaned a little. I'm not saying Brandon came through swinging there, but you saw the way Luna got up, pointing at Brandon Escoto, saying, I saw what you did there.
They're going to show back on the big screen here, and we might get a chance to watch ourselves.
Well, we'll see right here.
I don't buy it.
It's a glance.
Yeah.
It's a glancing blow.
You know, it can really hurt. I understand. Regardless, we play on with the first minute off the clock.
The most was made of it. Make no mistake about it.
Luna, I think, will be okay.
He's carrying on.
On the bench wall left wing. Coyotes with an opportunity. Chipped away, but back to the top. Standing there for El Paso is Rojo. And he'll play it across. This is Jorge Rios. Rios turns to the right and shoots wide right. And then Contreras, with almost as dangerous a chance, heading it back to his keeper.
Ray.
Ruiz forward. Here's Jamie Lovegrove. We spoke about Game 48 of that win streak. Game 49 was 2 days later in Allen, Texas against the Dallas Sidekicks, and Jamie Lovegrove, who at that time sported a mohawk, scored a pair of goals against San Diego in what would be an overtime loss to the Sidekicks and the game that ended the streak. With the second minute gone, Sockers looking to possess at midfield, the veteran Zé Roberto.
It's a great bit of history there for the club, Craig, and ironic, interesting, rather fitting that in his home debut, what did Lovegrove do in a Sockers uniform here a few weeks ago? He scored 2 goals.
He did. He got a pair. Also known as a brace in his home Crowley town.
Where'd you learn this stuff?
Well, I've known that brace. I've even used brace, I think, before. 12:30 left in the first. No score between the Sockers and the Coyotes.
Fine pre-match conversations.
I remember nothing. Arevalo. That's now, you were telling me not to say Arevalo, but to say Arevalo.
Well, you got one out.
Header try. There's Toth. Not a lot of pace on that one. Chris able to make a fairly routine save for him. Arguably the best indoor goalie in the country. Here comes Farber with a long lead pass. Looking for Childs, who is coming off of a couple of fine nights. Childs over the 50-point mark now. Ho-hum, another year for Craig Childs, 36 goals, 52 points. Laying it off on left wing for Felipe Gonzalez into the corner. Now Farber can seek a ball. Instead, Roberto! Diving stop, Arevalo. Farber slides but cannot find the ball.
It's a frantic little pat there from Arevalo with the right hand after he spilled the initial effort.
There's a nice pass, bringing in Salas. David Salas, one of 2 Salas brothers on the field. Gonzalez marking him clean. And that ball chipped back to Chris Toth.
Really good stuff there from Felipe with the help.
No score, 11:15 left here in the first quarter. Just getting going. Great energy in the building tonight. Here's John Sosa. Passes right of the Sockers' shield. Now Escoto, left-footed bomb wide into the corner. Finding it, Medina. Anthony Medina, touch to the middle of the box. He's got men marking him closely. Well done by Christian Gutierrez. He's the leading scorer for El Paso with 31 goals, 43 points. But showing that he can D up as well, and definitely the biggest man on the field for the Coyotes. Here's Sosa to Gonzalez on the near wall. Felipe. Across the field, Escoto, that lefty, the step over, the settle, the shot blocked. Escoto works to win it back, and maybe the boot got a piece of a Coyote, and now Brandon Escoto is going to be the marked man on the El Paso bench.
A couple of fouls against Escoto.
And I think that was our friend Luna that got the boot.
Nice little matchup brewing between Luna and Escoto. Keep an eye on that one.
Gonzalez for the Sockers. Ruiz plays it back. This one curved in the air. Good box out by El Paso.
That's Luna again as Childs a handful of the jersey.
Gutierrez wants to run midfield. Got double teamed. Escoto steps in front of the pass. Childs.
They leave one in on Escoto right there. It was Christian Gutierrez for El Paso. Use that term, marked man. Look out for Escoto throughout this night. Should keep the emotions in check, channel it all in the right way.
Ruiz, right wing, here's Lovegrove, right into the middle, and this one blocked into the air. and headed out by El Paso.
Love that first-time idea there from Lovegrove. The side of the foot, low and hard, just get something across the face.
In a minute 6 here in San Diego. Serra. Stutter step once and twice to the left foot, into the corner. Now brings a double team to him. That double team works out, barely, as Omar Tapia got it away. Seen Tapia play for different Mexican indoor teams over the course of the years. Some familiar names on this club. And a team that's had a good, yet not great season.
Well, you look at where this club was last season, but them coming into this game at 11-10. And this is a
big improvement.
This was a doormat of the MASL 1 year ago. For them to be 11-10 right now, ceiling's high going into next year. As we hope to see this league open up a little bit as far as the cream, kind of spreading out around the entire league.
Nice layoff pass. Here's Charles running onto it. And nice play coming out by Arevalo to deny Cerda. Played it off the wall, seeking Claire in the box, thinking a handball. Instead, curling back Jorge Rios as the ball for the Coyotes. Slide tackle of the ball by Contreras at the Sockers' red line.
I thought Rios had numbers. I was surprised he didn't push. El Paso about a 3v2.
This is Rojo. Claire on pressure. Big red. Chipped back to Arevalo. Needs to use the left and right foot. Here comes Rios. Left back. They were trying to refeed Rios there. Played all the way through the middle of the carpet. Toth has it. Good idea on a give and go there. Seeking to spring Jorge Rios. Here comes the man who celebrated his 30th birthday this week. LSO, Luan Salas Oliveira. Left footed into the box. Farber misses the chip. Had the first goal on his foot. We've got a whistle and a holding foul coming up.
Oh, Farber. You know he's going to want that one back. Thankfully, it's early. Still plenty of time to get a few more chances. But man, oh man.
Hey, it's not easy.
Well, you're going to make it look easy at halftime.
Oh, see, I'm going to super play up the accomplishments of these athletes because my fear is that they're going to keep the cameras on for the celebrity game. And
they are, and rumor has it someone's going to have a microphone. I don't know who that someone is.
I don't have a number, so don't. Oh, there's the goal. Tipped in by Medina. Contreras finding the foot of Medina right in the middle of the box. He puts the Sockers on top 1-0.
Picking up right where he left off here in this arena. It was 1 week ago. Anthony Medina scored a hat trick on his birthday. He's got the first goal of the night with 7:39 left here in the first quarter. Medina christens the scoreboard. Close range tap in. Counts just the same as a screamer. Sockers strike first.
7:21, time of goal. Medina's sixth of the year.
Oh, Craig, we got action brewing over near the benches.
Yep, you're right. These two benches have just come together on the field.
Oh.
It's right now players being separated. In the middle of it, it looks like Contreras for the Sockers. Can't tell you for El Paso. They only have numbers on one side. But you're right, as we were watching back the replay there, Nate, and the head coaches are out on the field as well, separating players back to their benches. Okay, I'm going to make what I'd call an educated guess from the top row of the terrace section. What did we describe happening in the first 5 minutes of this contest? We saw Escoto get into a player a couple of times. Things get hot. There must have been words or something as these teams went to the bench after the goal, and what this tells me is that El Paso came to play, and they're going to play hot.
It's a test that the Sockers could certainly use. Talk about momentum going into the playoffs and not taking the foot off the accelerator. Obviously, I want to see any injuries or suspensions in the process, but
and that's what Phil Salvaggio's thinking about as he pushes strenuously his players away.
Absolutely.
And meanwhile, we've got all of the crew in blue, our MASL officials, waiting to try and figure out what they need to call, if anything.
Well, it was interesting. I saw Jamie Lovegrove, Chris Toth, and Phil Salvaggio all going over to Brandon Escoto right now, so I can't help but wonder if it was a Escoto. Talked about being a marked man early on in this game after those couple of altercations with Luna. Saw Coach, the goalkeeper, and Lovegrove all talking to Brandon Escoto rather seriously and trying to keep him as far away from the tussle as possible.
And I was also seeing the Spanish-speaking players for the Sockers, Contreras, Cerda, as you mentioned already, Escoto, being the ones really engaging the most with the El Paso team. Of course, this is a Coyotes team that's largely Hispanic and Spanish-speaking. Cheeky Luna down there, assistant coach, director of player personnel for the Sockers. Of course, he's a Spanish speaker, and he's talking right now as well.
Well, I think Escoto was, regardless of what language it was in, I think he was drawn in far too much for Phil Salvaggio's liking.
Yeah.
And it certainly seemed like he was the focal point of much of the anger on the El Paso side. Like they really wanted to have a go at Brandon. You can only speculate as far as what's the tipping point there, but it goes back a lot further than just these last couple of minutes.
Well, we've got ourselves a little hockey game breaking out at this soccer match.
That's some fun.
What's going on?
Got some fun on a Saturday night.
I think a lot of folks would have their feathers ruffled by this. This is normal for me. I'm just getting my blood revved up. This is what I like to see. These are two teams that are ready to go.
Well, you come back and this happens.
Well,
see how it works?
Yeah, combative. Let's talk about Escoto, though. I think that's where this got started with Escoto and Luna. And El Paso's shown right here, right now, they're not going to mess around. And now the two captains for the clubs, respectively, are going to be told who needs to go where. Kia Depina is pointing. And I'll be curious as to see whether the... Okay, here's my question to you. Do you have to call something here? Does someone have to go somewhere, to a box or to their room?
You calling it a wash? You calling this a wash, Craig?
Yeah.
Wash. Just full on. Wash.
And this happens about 15 times in front of the net on an average game I call. Everyone gets tangled up. You know?
Tie it all together.
Did anyone... They don't have gloves. Did anyone drop their shin guards? I don't think so.
Well, are we going to play is my question.
That'd be awesome. Okay, here's a red card being shown by Kia Depina.
Oh, wow.
We're going to go to the other end and have serious calls made. And we'll find out shortly who is heading out. Red card means ejection. Now, what we have not seen, of course, is a look, and our cameras weren't trained that direction, not to say they should have been. They were following, we were showing replay, but saw what precipitated or what was happening in the middle of that scrum in between the two benches. But someone just got the red and the heave-ho. 7:39 left in the first. Now, Kia and Kelly Mock. Kia Depina, Kelly Mock. Two guys who have been around this sport for a long time. But we don't see personnel on the field change here. But it does look like there's the man being shown the door. It's 29 for El Paso. That's Daniel Frias.
Well, not one of their star players. Hasn't really seen too much of the pitch at all tonight. We're only about 7.5 into this thing, but
now they do show a penalty on the board as well, a 2-minute minor on El Paso, and that's why it looked 5-on-5, and then Frias walked out of the building, so to speak. And now El Paso's like, wait, we're on the penalty kill? And we have a stoppage again.
I'm not sure if the men in blue have complete control of the situation yet, because there's actually a Sockers player that made his way in and out of the penalty box, so I'm not sure if there was some confusion there as well. But eventually we are going to get to the bottom of this.
And have a UCSD power play for the Sockers, leading 1-0.
Fine segue, Craig.
Sockers would like to thank Mitra USA for providing today's match balls. Mitra founded in Huddersfield, England. How close to Crowleytown? Don't know.
Huddersfield, a little further north. North.
Is amongst the world's oldest sporting goods brands, starting production in 1817. That's a long time. Mitra is a proud partner of the Major Arena Soccer League. Okay. Stoppage in minutes. Now about to end, and the Sockers will get a power play out of this as Frias is shown the red. They're going to call the goal first.
Scored by number 5, Anthony Medina. Assisted by number 3, Raimundo Contreras. Time of the goal, 7:21.
Perfect. 6th of the year for Medina. Now power play for the Sockers. It's been a potent group all year long. Oh, here's a steal. Shorthanded opportunity. It's Gutierrez, their goal scorer. Working on the wall pass, and it's too far. Triggers a counter rush potentially, but Escoto will walk it out. Sockers 50% on the power play this year. Coyotes 62% on the PK. Here's Childs on the wall. Back to high middle. Back to John Sosa, captaining the unit. Minute 10 on the power play. 1-0 Sockers. Here's Sosa. Shoots. Blocked. Blocked in the box and headed out by El Paso.
I was just listening to Callan McClurg over the PA, Craig, and couldn't help but hear that Luan Salas Oliveira was also shown a yellow card during that skirmish.
Okay.
So LSO.
Oh, right in the middle. Laid off to the left for Childs, coming across. Arevalo, big save.
Nice save. Good slide across
Post
there
to
from the keeper.
post.
Good movement.
Oh, player going to be called right there. Easy foul. Can call it from the top row of the terrace. So a yellow on LSO and a red on Frias. And a power play for another 38 seconds. El Paso with the ball on their toe. Played into the box. If that one hits Gutierrez, it's dangerous. It did not. Last 30 for the Sockers to conjure a goal. Bad touch by Ruiz has released it back to the Coyotes. Lifted in search of Gutierrez. Sosa heads it back to San Diego. Childs. Here's Escoto. Working in to the right. Into the box! Ruiz. A tragedy.
Oh, my. Oh, my.
Sosa. He'll try. Two-handed save. What a beauty. Arevalo.
Good stuff.
Viva.
Good stuff, Eduardo. Nothing too spectacular on these last couple saves on this power play. Just really good positioning from the El Paso keeper. A lot of power behind that shot. Just had to keep both his hands behind it.
In 2 seconds, back to even strength. Corner kick. It's again headed in. It's still a power play goal as Ruiz makes up for it. Beautiful corner execution there. 2-0 Sockers.
I'm not sure how much he knew about it.
We get a chance to look at it again on the big screen and see the bid from Sosa. I don't know that Ruiz touched it. I think Escoto gets that from Sosa. Off the shoulder of Ruiz. I thought I saw a deflection in real time.
Definitely deflected off the shoulder.
So then it's going to be Ruiz from Escoto. Either way.
And I'm going to say Ruiz knew a little bit about that. There was a little lean with the shoulder, a crafty lean.
Scored by number 63, Hiram Ruiz. Assisted by number 37, Craig Childs. Time of the goal, 9:21. Again for the Sockers, the goal by Ruiz.
And Childs, not Escoto on that assist. I didn't think so, but we'll look back at that maybe a little later. This one kicked away by Contreras into the low crowd. 5:10 left to go in the first, and the Sockers up by a pair now. And for Pollo, how about a 12-piece for Pollo? His 12th of the year. Oh, almost a steal and breakout from Medina. That, not much, and that one gets caught in the corner netting on a bit of a duffed shot by Omar Ledesma.
Just wouldn't come down.
I would have loved to have seen Medina get that steal at the red line and then try for the 3-line breakaway. Just to see the old wheels running. See if that cruise control gets over 35. Flicked out on the corner. Nice try. Diego Salas earns the derision of the crowd.
Oh, man, it's been whiff city here in this first quarter.
Gets the ball back and laid it in the corner. Good turn for a moment by David Salas, and the short angle shot, Toth protects.
Good stuff from Toth there. Also love that turn. Rip with the left foot. Anything can happen there. You get it in that situation.
Medina threw a double team. Needs to keep the run going. Oh! And the third man, and guess who? Luna has the elbow up on Medina. Anthony's a big boy, gets up quick. And Luna was trying to show he didn't mean to. Early fireworks in San Diego tonight. 2-0 Sockers. Felipe Gonzalez plays it back to Contreras. Long ball forward. There's Lovegrove. Heads it in. Looking for the bike. Felipe Gonzalez. The audacity of hope on that try.
Paso get this thing partially cleared. Loved that header from foul on the field against El Paso and Contreras. Love that first time header from Lovegrove. Such a high footballing IQ. Doesn't matter outdoor, indoor. That hybrid brain. He's getting better and better, obviously. He's been around for a while as far as the niches of the indoor game. He's no spring chicken when it comes to arena soccer.
But getting integrated to this unit, it seems to me like he could become, who knows, maybe a critical piece in the Ron Newman Cup playoffs.
I think he's a perfect guy to jump on board with this squad at the time when he did. You talk about momentum going into the postseason, to add a piece like that to a team that was already doing mighty fine. Adding a veteran with creativity, goal-scoring ability.
Panache, too. Farber here, speaking of panache. Player's going to lean into a cracker and bang the fiberglass. Then his soft header will be flicked out by El Paso. Offensive midfield. There is the burly Fernando Gatica. Now Farber. And he gets pulled off the ball and sent down for a foul. Farber's got this crowd going. He wants to get it. And look where he's setting up. Back post, looking for a header right now.
Saying, feed me. Feed me.
I saw him do this so many times before. Childs wants to flick this up as an alley-oop for Farber to head back post. That's plan A. Plan B will be if they guard that.
Watch out for Matt Clare here on this near side as well.
Yeah, they rotated through it to have Clare be the man, and instead deflected back to Toth. Under 3 to play in the first quarter. Nate, I'm going to give you the mic for second quarter. As I head downstairs, I can see all my Team Kaiser Permanente teammates already warming up.
Tell me again what you're heading downstairs for?
The celebrity halftime game. They screwed up.
Scraping the bottom of the barrel these days,
well,
my goodness.
Sometimes, exactly. Sometimes you got to go low.
And who'd they get to MC the thing? God.
Well, I guess Callan wasn't available. Here's Sosa.
Something like that.
Childs lays it back. No, the touch didn't find it. And then he just throws down Mr. Gatica.
Love it. Love it. Entertaining. This has been an entertaining 12 minutes and 46 seconds.
Here comes high pressure from Childs.
Just watching the replay again there. How many points have we given that takedown for Childs?
Well, I think just one. Okay, more contact, more whistles. This is going to be the way it is. Look, after you get a scrum early, this is going to be the way it is. Serna, nice dispossession. He's still under pressure in the corner. Back heels it to his partner. El Paso, can they dig out a chance here? Cerda instead cleans up.
Yeah, nothing really clear cut in this first quarter as far
Long
as the
lead.
chances. Ooh.
And Scotto knocked it down. Look at this. Wild action. Ruiz trying to find the ball and does.
Oh.
Gets tripped up. Easy peasy there. Should be a shootout. It's a blue card for sure. Clean. Sweep the leg, Johnny.
Yikes. Oh,
Wow.
I don't even know what to say.
That's a horrid tackle.
I'm sorry for the
Wow.
laughter that you're hearing right now.
Oh,
but-
we watched it twice. I mean, it doesn't get better the second time.
What
Let's
on
just put it
earth?
that way. That's a tackle with meaning. Well, Ruiz was coming in on net. You could make the argument that he tried to save a goal. Here's Childs to take this free kick. Let's see if this power play is even necessary. 3-man wall. Childs says, I'm going to lay this one off, but to who? Fakes. To the middle. Oh, it's in there. It's LSO. Rattle down and in. Free kick power play goal for the 30-year-old. And it's 3-0 San Diego.
A belated happy birthday to number 11, LSO Luan Salas Oliveira. Childs said, I'm rolling this one to you, big boy. Do the rest. And he did so. What placement from Luan on that shot. Off the inside of the post. And in. Spectacular goal from close range. This has been an entertaining first quarter. That was a fine moment for the Sockers. 1:32 left. 3-0 up.
13:28 time of goal for Luan Salas Oliveira, his 16th of the year on the power play, and for Childs, the assist. Now, we believe that's his first of the night. They announced him getting an assist on goal 2. I could have sworn saw Escoto kick it on the replay, but every once in a while my eyes betray me. I don't know. A timeout called. Gives us the opportunity to talk about the playoffs coming up. The Ron Newman Cup playoffs begin with the Pacific Division playoff. It's 2-leg, home and away. It'll begin on Thursday when the Sockers travel up to Kent to take on the Tacoma Stars. But then on Saturday the 10th, that is the home leg, the finishing leg of the opening round of the playoffs right here at Valley View Casino Center at 7 o'clock. Game 2 with a potential mini game afterward if the series is tied 1-1, a 15-minute mini game to decide the series. That date, March 10th. Get your tickets at sdsoccers.com.
Goal! A UC San Diego Health power play goal. Scored by number 11, Luan Oliveira. Assisted by number 37, Craig Childs. Time of the goal, 13:28.
Maybe a chance for one more. Here's a pass for Medina. Rattled back and eluding Lovegrove, who's hoping to steal one away. That audacious goal that he just stole away from the goalie for his second in his home debut was really something to watch. Medina now has a runner on the wing. Escoto cuts it back. Lovegrove with Medina in the middle now. Lovegrove fakes. He'll play it back. Final 45 seconds, and it's Claire. Lovegrove on the shield. Cross to Contreras. Claire. Toth will distribute. 25 seconds in the period. Quarter. You don't say 4 periods, you say 4 quarters. Claire. Over to Medina. Turns, avoids a little bit of a hit over there. And the second one drew a whistle. Free kick time with 9.5 seconds left. Is getting physical was Fernando Gatica. And this is an opportunity for San Diego. We've seen them already convert twice from this part of the field.
Big time. I'm watching Claire and Lovegrove. We're near the red line.
Medina's the man in the middle. Working out to right wing angle.
I like Contreras barking orders from the opposite boards as well. Everybody wants a piece of this thing.
Felipe Gonzalez trying to decide where to go. Two-man wall in case he wants to shoot short post. Fakes twice. He'll play the middle. Claire rolls it! And almost tackling the goalie, Arevalo, was Contreras as the horn sounds. Great try.
Hell of a quarter.
3-0 San Diego after 15 from Valley View Casino Center. Entertaining, physical, and the Sockers, looking to go perfect at home, have the 3-goal lead. Let's take a timeout. Nate Abarea with second quarter play-by-play when we return on MASL TV.
Good luck down there, Craig.
Thanks, buddy.
Jill, Tegan, Paxton, Kaylin,
And we're proud members of California Coast Credit Union.
We were all able to get car loans through CalCoast at a great rate. It was quick and easy, all 4 times.
That's the CalCoast advantage to us.
Shop GTM stores in Lemon Grove, Santee, and Otay Mesa, and discover bargains on thousands of brand name home, office, and personal items at savings of up to 70% below other retailers. For coupons, directions, and more, go to gtmstores.com. GTM.
Can you make this cake for my daughter's birthday?
Donna realized her network was surprisingly slow. So she switched to Metro PCS and got her family 4 lines with unlimited high-speed data for $100, period. Metro PCS. Wireless figured out.
California Coast Credit Union is proud to be the platinum sponsor of the San Diego Sockers, started by teachers way back in 1929. CalCoast is San Diego's longest-serving financial institution with 24 local branch locations dedicated to improving lives in our community. Become a CalCoast Credit Union member today. Visit calcoastcu.org. Nate Abarea back here with you inside the Valley View Casino Center. My broadcasting colleague, Craig Elston, he's not on assignment tonight. No, you heard him in the first quarter. If you're just joining us, Craig Elston is making his way down to the field right now. Actually, down to the locker rooms right now. Getting prepped up for the halftime San Diego Sockers celebrity match. That's right, the celebrity match featuring my broadcasting partner, the man himself, Craig Elston. Host of other fantastic individuals taking part in this year's celebrity game. We'll get to that in a moment. Right now, beautiful tribute going on down on the pitch for a man who's put in almost a decade, almost a full decade of service to this San Diego Sockers organization and this San Diego soccer community. I speak, of course, of Anthony Medina, who scored a hat trick on his birthday 1 week ago against Rio Grande Valley. Scored the opening goal of the night this evening against these Coyotes of El Paso. Sockers lead 3-0 as it stands right now. Anthony Medina getting a lovely video tribute right now featuring his family members, young folks. 9 seasons for Anthony Medina. 4 championships of soccer, 102 goals, 60 assists, make that 103, the goal that he scored tonight. And he played, you hear Craig Elston talk about this all the time in regards to Anthony Medina, that famous 48-game win streak, that North American record win streak for a professional sports team, 48 straight W's for the San Diego Sockers. Anthony Medina took part in every single one of those games. And if you were to ask that man, of all the stats up there, all the great goal numbers, the great moments, I'd be willing to wager a nice bet that that's the one he's most proud of, that he was a major part of a major piece of history, major piece of sports history. Forget just soccer's and local. That's a North American record. Beautiful stuff. 48 in a row. San Diego Sockers. No one can ever take that away. No one can take away these 3 goals the Sockers have. One of them scored by Medina. One scored by Pollo. And that last one scored by Luan Salas Oliveira. We're underway here in the second period. Again, Nate Abarea here with you on YouTube, MASL TV. Your home for Major Arena Soccer League action. There's Oliveira. Brian Farber back on it. He had a couple of fine moments on the ball in that first quarter. LSO assisted by Childs for his goal. Here's the captain, Zé Roberto, into the center. Oh, it's blocked, and a crash of bodies in the area there. And it's back with Zé Roberto. It's Childs. It's 4-0. Craig Childs gets in on the scoring party just 41 seconds into this second quarter. Sockers 4, Coyotes 0. Great bit of patient build-up. Zé Roberto played a huge part in it. Good movement from Childs. Zé Roberto playing it over to number 37, captain to captain. Captain's connection leads to a fine goal for the home side on what's already been an entertaining and energetic night here inside this arena.
Scored by number 37, Craig Childs. Assisted by number 8, Zé Roberto. Time of the goal, 41 seconds. Again for the Sockers, the goal by Childs.
Frantic moment there for Chris Toth. Awkward one for the Sockers netminder. A little over a minute in to the second quarter. On the ground for San Diego, it's Ruiz. Boyle with his 12th goal of the year, if you're keeping track. A goal that made it 2-0 back in the first quarter. Medina all the way back to his keeper, Chris Toth. Whistle down on the field. Some El Paso players down. Folks, remember you can exercise your options at LA Fitness and get a head start on your New Year goals. LA Fitness, well, might have to update that a little bit. It's early March, so you're not getting a head start on your New Year's goals, but you can get in the game right now. Here in early March, Chris Toth with a fine save, getting down to collect that one after El Paso had a meaningful opportunity there. Get back to LA Fitness in a second, because Ledesma works this one over to Rios. Rios now tucked in the corner, blanketed by Sosa. Matt Clare over there helping. Sosa just does brilliant work defensively, and the Sockers are back on their way, heading from left to right. Here's Escoto trying to center to Clare. Escoto tumbles in the end of it. This thing's got a little end-to-end flavor over these last few seconds. This one's out, being El Paso ball. But back to LA Fitness. They offer you a wide variety of amenities, including state-of-the-art equipment, free weights, center swimming pool, group fitness classes, indoor basketball, leagues, personal training, kids club, babysitting, and more. Try a week of complimentary fitness and download your guest pass today at lafitnessguestpass.com. That's LA Fitness, proud sponsors of the San Diego Sockers. Here's Craig Childs, back to Sosa in his own half. John Sosa, the maestro, leading a symphony when he's on the ball oftentimes. Sometimes just waving his hands. Nothing real pretty about the gesticulation, saying, move, move. Not enough movement for John Sosa's liking. The ball ends up in the hands of Arevalo. Works this one off the boards to his left. It's cleared high into the air by Rojo. Manuel Rojo. People like to call Man Red. There's Ortega giving chase. Oh, it's Lovegrove in a danger area. Lovegrove off the boards. Oh, and that's got to be a back pass. That's what the Sockers are pleading their case. It was a clear back pass into the hands of Arevalo. A few of the members of the deep end right behind that goal saying the same thing. This shot scuffed well wide. Left-footed volley high off the boards. Another chance. Goes begging. 11:06 left here in the second quarter. Sockers commanding this thing. If you are just joining us, missed some fireworks early on in this game. A little ugliness. A little skirmish. I saw both benches clear. They didn't clear too far. A skirmish that involved players and coaches on both teams. About 5 or 10 yards off of each team bench. Both benches certainly cleared out. Nothing too crazy, but there's certainly some hands high up throughout the exchange. One ejection came of it. It was Daniel Frias on the El Paso side. Luan Oliveira was shown a yellow card. Foul here against the Sockers. Sees a free kick around the red line, right in front of the red line. For El Paso, Christian Gutierrez standing over it. LSO served 5 minutes in the penalty box, got out and scored the third goal of the night just seconds later. Here's Gutierrez. He's going to have a rip, and Gutierrez is going to score a beauty. Woo! Christian Gutierrez makes it 4-1. Still a long way to go for the Coyotes of El Paso. But that's a nice way to start the ascent up the mountain. Highlight reel material for Gutierrez. No more clean sheet for Chris Toth. Sockers 4, Coyotes 1.
Gutierrez, unassisted. Time of the goal, 4:03. Again for the Coyotes, the goal by Gutierrez, unassisted at 4:03.
The official word there from public address voice, the San Diego Sockers, Colin McClurg. What a goal it was from Gutierrez. Here's Gonzalez for a little 1-2 with Boyo. Come off the foot of Ruiz the way he would have liked. Coming up on 10.5 left here in the first half. Nate Abarea here with you on YouTube, MASL TV. Craig Elston currently changing into his kit. You heard me correctly. Looking forward that halftime celebrity game. Celebrity, of course, in big air quotes. Now, there's some real deal celebs in this game. Legendary surfer Rob Machado is going to be down there. Always fun. Seeing the long locks, Rob Machado running around on the carpet here inside the VVCC. Here's the man fresh off that golazo, Christian Gutierrez. This one deflects. It was troublesome for Toth, but it rolled harmlessly wide. Now it's Gutierrez who's going to have to give chase. Got a senator playing in this game. Got Joel Anderson. Got radio personalities galore in the celebrity match. Good pal Jordan Caruth of the Unnamed Soccer Podcast. Mighty 1090 radio. Forward for El Paso, it's Salas. Lovely bit of footwork there from David Salas. He's still on it, battling with Cerda. And Salas claiming he was hit in the face at the end of it. Zé Roberto back on the ball, and I think there's a bench warning being given to El Paso.
To El Paso. That is a bench warning on El Paso.
It's scary when you say something and then Callan McClurg just repeats it. So Jordan Caruth will be playing in this halftime celebrity match. No Darren Smith this year, though. Daytime host on the Mighty 1090, the co-host of the Unnamed Soccer podcast with the aforementioned Jordan Caruth. D. Smith down in Arizona, hanging out in the Sonoran Desert, taking in a little spring training. Covering the Padres. D. Smith, many of you would remember last year's celebrity match was just outstanding. There were 7,000 people inside the Valley View Casino Center. Matt Clare gave that one away, and Chris Toth came to the rescue. It's a crowd of over 7,000 people. Landon Donovan was playing in that game. Landon, of course, had a prior engagement, now playing for Club Leon, fresh out of retirement, taking on Liga MX. So no Landon this year. No D. Smith. D. Smith, who last year was nutmegged by World Cup winner Shannon McMillan. Darren said he did it for the good of entertainment. Did it so the people were entertained. Crowd of 7K plus about a year ago. Took one for the team, Darren Smith. That got plenty of oohs and ahs. Shannon Mack, the woman who did the nutmegging of one D. Smith. D. Smith, who never gets tired of hearing the story, by the way, of the time he was nutmegged by Shannon McMillan. It's not every day you get to have a World Cup winner dice you up and dribble a ball right between your legs. I mean, wear it proudly. Shannon Mack will be playing in this 2018 soccer celebrity match. We'll see who the next victim is of the dribbling prowess of U.S. women's national team legend, Shannon Mack. John Sosa getting that out of harm's way. So funny with Shannon Mack, director of coaching up at the Del Mar Carmel Valley Sharks. So a lot of people know her here in the community. It's one of those things where you're talking about a woman who won a World Cup. That 1999 summer, one of the most unforgettable months and change as Luan Salas Oliveira's fouled here. And heading to the box. Looks like it's going to be Diego Salas. Salas with the blue card. It's going to be another UC San Diego power play for the San Diego Sockers. Finishing up on Shannon Mack. It's one of those interesting things where so many people locally know her as a coach. A yellow card now being shown to David Salas. So if your last name is Salas, just run and hide right now. The Salas brothers, both just been shown cards. Blue to Diego, yellow to David. Those are the only Salases on the El Paso roster, so they've both been booked. Again, that word celebrity and the fame, a legendary status, one Shannon McMillan. You'd never know it. You'd never know it in talking with her in person, seeing her interact with the youth of San Diego, her coaching role up with the Del Mar Carmel Valley Sharks. One of the most humble individuals you will ever meet. Most people, they call her coach here in San Diego. I like to refer to her as World Cup winner, 1999 World Cup winner, Shannon McMillan. And I like that here on the roster for the celebrity match. Listed as U.S. soccer legend and World Cup winner, Shannon McMillan. Nita Barea here with you. NASL TV on YouTube. Craig Elston getting ready for the celebrity match downstairs. Proactive physical therapy and sports medicine helping out the Sockers all year long. The sole provider of physical therapy services for the San Diego Sockers. Proactive Physical Therapy sees patients from all over San Diego County, having trusting relationships with San Diego's leading physicians. 4 convenient locations to serve you. Please visit Proactive's website at www.proactive4pt.com. That's Proactive, the number 4, pt.com. 7:14 left here in the second quarter. Sockers led 3-0 at the end of 1. They lead 4-1 as it stands right now.
2 minutes for tripping. Also, number 9, David Salas, a 5-minute yellow card penalty for dissent. Time of the penalty, 7:46.
Power play for San Diego. Giles back to Sosa. This is where you get to see Sosa orchestrate things. This is where you get to see Craig Giles blast him, and that one almost went in. Just up and over the bar. Here's Sosa again, telling people where they need to be. Giles into the corner to Claire. Back to the point in Sosa, who has to retreat a little bit. Sosa comes in, fakes the shot, plays it over to Escoto, tries to curl one far post, it's wide. Claire picks up the pieces, minute 15 left here in the power play. 6.5 left in the quarter. Giles to Claire. Claire back across the field to this near right side, it's Sosa. Sean Sosa, LSO. LSO. Off the boards to Giles. Not a whole lot doing in that first minute. This UCSD power play for the Sockers. Still time to change. Still time to work something here. Patience is a virtue in these power plays. Here's LSO. LSO gives it away, though. Well, the break was almost on there. It's LSO getting back, trying to stop Christian Gutierrez, who scored that golazo on the free kick. Most recent goal of this game, and he works this one to the center. There's a real chance there for Vega, and instead it's Escoto heading the other way, and he's hacked. And it's a blue card. Looked like Danny Villegas. May be wrong. It may have been Ernesto Luna. Watching this replay. Oh, it was Luna, and that is a dangerous tackle. You see that second leg almost wrapped there as he left his feet. It's a real dangerous tackle from Luna. And thankfully, Brandon Escoto was able to get out of the brunt of it. To get out from underneath it. It's plays like that, we see the weight and momentum of the tackling player do serious damage to those stuck-in legs of the player on the ball. Thankfully, Escoto escapes with no injury. A lot of local TV personalities taking part in the halftime celebrity game. We're buzzing for. We're all buzzing for. Carlo Cicchetto. News Channel 8. We'll be down there. Here's John Sosa. Here's Matt Clare. Here is Brandon Escoto. 5-1 Sockers. Escoto gets in on the score and fun with 5:37 left here in the second quarter. Close range goal. Bounced it up. Pounds it in just from inches away. 5-1 San Diego. El Paso got one back. Escoto cancels it out. It's the Sockers on the 2-man advantage. Push their advantage up to 4. Slicing it apart. 3 field players in white. Not a whole lot they could do. Ball moving there. It was Escoto, ran halfway into the stands just now. Give that souvenir ball out.
San Diego Sockers goal! A UC San Diego Health power play goal, scored by number 19, Brandon Escoto. Assisted by number 99, Matt Clare. Time of the goal, 9:23. Again for the Sockers, the power play goal by Escoto from Clare at 9:23. And we are going to Hooters.
Fresh off that goal, there's Escoto. Here's John Sosa. Back with Giles. Sockers are still in the power play. Chance to get a bundle of goals right now. Here's Sosa into the center towards LSO. It's deflected. Is it going to stay in? It will. Escoto off the boards. And kind of rode the boards there. A little ways into the 11th minute of this second 15-minute quarter. Halftime nearing. Celebrity match inching closer. And if you want, if you're watching at home or wherever and however you may be watching this thing, pleasure to have you with us, by the way. Hope you're enjoying this one as much as we are, as much as everybody in this arena is. Great crowd on hand, great energy in the building. But if you want to stick around at halftime, keep the feed going, I'm running down to the pitch and grabbing the PA microphone from Callan. Here's Matt Clare. Grabbing this one off the boards. Clare with the left foot. Good save by Arevalo. Another shot from Escoto off the boards. Maybe one more chance left in this power play. They've got 5 seconds. Escoto works it over to Clare, who skies it. Clare into the netting. And Matty looking up to the heavens, saying, give me that one back. Stay with us here on MASL TV. Home for San Diego Soccer's action. Your home for San Diego Soccer's celebrity game action. This throw from Arevalo almost up near the scoreboard. El Paso back to full strength now. Luna straight back to his bench. Here's Contreras. Long ball trying to find Jamie Lovegrove. That one off the top of the glass. Stays it. Long clearance out. And Toth is going to grab this one. Give it over to Contreras. Pee-wee. Luis Ortega. One. Caught with his back up against the boards by Arevalo. Here's Contreras. Ray getting into it a little bit with Gatica. Soccer's got to be careful here. El Paso with the high press. Got 4 white shirts in the area. Toth just booms clear. And this thing could work out. Brilliant first touch from Lovegrove. Lovegrove off the board. And Medina cannot get to it. Again, it's Gatica in his husky frame getting into it with a Soccer's player. And what do we have here? Not the first time we've asked that question this evening, and I doubt it will be the last. This has not been an easy one for the men in blue. And there's some El Paso players who are sitting on their bench with their palms to the heavens, and now Ernesto Luna has been called over to the penalty box. Luna, who in that 2-footed challenge on Brandon Escoto, saw a blue card as a result. Is there also a yellow shown? I'm just going to go right out and say it. I'm not exactly sure. I don't think many of the players are as well, but we move on with life. We're at even strength. Low shot blocked by Contreras. Came off the foot of Ledesma. It's back with Rojo. Back to the keeper, Arevalo. Arevalo cuts by Jamie Lovegrove. Jamie with a full head of steam. Lovegrove's back on it now. Tried to poke one through for Pollo. Didn't come off. Down in the corner, Contreras again going at it with Katika. Contreras jawing with number 70 as he gets back up to his feet. And Katika standing over his free kick, and now the officials, I think, are going to warn big number 70. As Salas is out of the box, David Salas, got to specify, as both were in the penalty box for El Paso here in the second quarter. One for a blue, one for a yellow. And now Contreras gets us back underway. Katika standing just a few feet away. It's Jamie Lovegrove. Lovegrove pulls the trigger, deflected off the boards. Medina, back to Lovegrove! Jamie had a chance. And this time, Lovegrove pokes it away from Zé Roberto. Not the best few seconds there for number 45. Zé Roberto thought he's going to come through, chance to take a clean rip. Instead, his own teammate poked it away from him. Toth chases this one down. Here's Claire. Long ball trying to find Childs. Childs up against the boards on that left wing. Eventually it's over with Lovegrove. 90 seconds left here in the half. Jamie Lovegrove, still Lovegrove. Childs back to Claire. Lovegrove collects it, picking up the scraps and pulling the trigger with the left foot. Spilled by Arevalo. But it's out from El Paso. A foul up against the boards. Lovegrove getting a little chippy there. And I must ask the PA voice of the Valley View Casino Center, Calvin McClurg, how much time do we have left in this quarter?
1 minute remaining in the second quarter.
Thank you, Calvin. Sockers love another goal before this thing's over. For the celebrities take to the pitch. Or whatever we're calling them. Oh, that one almost wrong-footed Toth. It's still a chance for El Paso. Oh, and it's still alive. I think a few players on both sides almost just stopped there. Funky sequence. El Paso still have it in the Sockers half. Trying to work it into that final attacking third. Another wicked deflection. Back down for Salas. Knocked away by Gonzalez. Can Claire get by the defender Villegas? Blasted off the boards. Farber collects it. 15 seconds to go. Farbisi trying to poke ahead for Childs. And that may play out this quarter. We'll see if the Coyotes from Southern Texas have another chance in them before the half is over. It's a decent rip collected by Toth, and that'll do it for the first half. Cheers aplenty from a jam-packed crowd here at the Valley View Casino Center. Good stuff, good energy, good entertainment, good half for the San Diego Sockers. They lead 5-1 against the El Paso Coyotes. Keep it here for San Diego Sockers 2018 Celebrity Game action. I will be down on the PA mic. Yours truly and Craig Elson will be back with you on game play-by-play come the third quarter. Stay tuned. It's MASL TV on YouTube.
And now, fans, please welcome to the field the soccer squad presented by Rubio's Coastal Grills. You get ready for the night's GTM Stores Long Kick Contest. And our participant from Team Kaiser for the night's halftime celebrities game. Please welcome surfing legend Rob Machado. All right, Rob, we're going to give you a chance to make this goal from midfield. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to midfield as we welcome out and bring out
AP Captain number 3, Kaiser Permanente Executive Jim Malone. Number 38, State Senator Joel Anderson. Number 1090, from the mighty 1090, Jordan Caruth. Number 5, from Fox 5, Jamie Chambers. Number 3, San Diego Blood Bank Executive Lorena Covarrubias. Number 8, Sockers alumni Paul Dougherty. The mic man, the Sockers and Goals play-by-play announcer Craig Elston. Number 4, from Fox 5 Sports, Tabitha Lipkin. Number 50, TV personality Joe Little. Number 8, U.S. soccer legend and World Cup champion Shannon McMillan. Number 10, pro surfing legend Rob Machado. Number 77, Assemblyman Brian Mainshine. Number 18, from Televisa, Ziggy Oziri. Number 7, NFL Players Association Executive Stephen Pierce. Number 21, Fox Sports play-by-play announcer Mark Rogondino. And number 51, from KUSI Sports, Rick Willis. Now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing Team Cal Coast Credit Union. The coach for Team Cal Coast, number 4, Sockers alum Aaron Susi. The captain is number 3, Cal Coast Credit Union Executive Todd Lane. Number 11, U.S. Paralympian Mason Abiate. Number 20, NBC San Diego Sports MJ Acosta. Number 5, from Channel 933, Jeff Cabana Boy Allen. Number 8, KFMB News 8 anchor Carlo Cecchetto. Number 00, OB's favorite band, the lead singer for Slightly Stupid, here's Miles Doty. Number 31, the coach and trainer to the stars from Fitness Quest 10, Todd Durkin. Number 31, number 7, Valley View Casino Center executive Ernie Hahn. Number 5, Fox 5 sports director Troy Hirsch. Number 10, from the CW KFMB 8 News, Eric Connerty. Number 28, San Diego Gulls legend B.J. McPherson. Number 20, from Televisa, Salomon Maya. Number 3, Spectrum Sportsnet announcer Steve Quiss. Number 0, from KSON Radio, Amber Rainey. Number 91, 91X personality Danielle Stute. Number 22, TV personality KV Temple. And number 95.7 from Gemmin 95.7 Radio, Frankie V. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2018 All-Star Celebrities for Team Kaiser Permanente and Team Cal Coast Credit Union. Now, for the play-by-play of tonight's epic celebrity game, here's soccer's broadcast analyst, Nate Abarea.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for this celebrity match? Make some noise, people. Last year's celebrity match, if you weren't here, it had everything. It had controversy, it had golazos, it had some feisty play. We'll see what this game does. We'll see if this one lives up to the hype. Are we ready? Are we ready, people? Shannon Mack gets us underway. We got a World Cup winner on the field, folks. his way to a go-ahead goal. Look at this. Nice shot from Pierce. Pierce still in it. Oh, it's collision course. It's demolition derby time. Carlo, where you at? Shannon Mack on the ball. Shannon Mack across the face. Rogandino. Give it up for this man right here. Soccer's legend. Oh, we have another chance. Oh my. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for the goalkeepers. I'm not the ref, people. I'm not the ref. Don't yell at me like I'm the ref. Oh, it's another chance. Oh, to save. And he had to get it off. No goal. They say no goal. Falling backwards into his own net. He managed to get rid of it. Still in traffic. Oh, it's a calamity. What is the call here? What is the call? They say no goal. That one's still in. Little tug of the shirt from Rogandino. Get away with what you can get away with. Oh, what a rip! And what a save! Oh my goodness. Oh my. You gotta get back up. You gotta get back up. Your team needs a goal. Your team needs one. Oh, look out here. Cal Coast Credit Union looking for a commanding 2-0 lead. Oh, it's a decent rip. Cleared out. Where we at? Where we at? Who do you think's got this one, folks? Cal Coast Credit Union with the 1-0 lead. Dark blue team. Oh, and it's in! Oh, and it's in. It's the equalizer. It's beautiful. It's 1-1, folks. It's all to play for. And it looks like the next goal is going to be a winner. You think Cal Coast Credit Union here in dark blue? Make some noise if you think they're going to win. Make some noise for this dark blue team here. Or
1 minute. 1 minute remaining.
It sounds like Team Kaiser Permanente has the support.
All right, fans, big thanks to Tony and Nate for their help. Also, fans, as we approach our 40th anniversary, we are ready to honor another Sockers legend by retiring their number that'll hang in the rafters here at Valley View Casino Center. Over the course of the next week and in the off-season, you will have a chance to be a part of this experience that culminates in a number retirement ceremony at the start of next season. Along with alumni, management, coaching staff, office staff, and media, we invite our supporters to vote for the special honor to bestow upon a Sockers legend. 15 players have been selected to be on the ballot. The 15 will be pared down to the final 5 and unveiled on March 10th at the Sockers playoff.
Well, thank you. Like I ran more than Craig. Did he even touch the ball? Once. He got one touch. I'll give him that. He didn't run away from it. Welcome back into Valley View Casino Center. San Diego Sockers leading the El Paso Coyotes 5-1. If you had a chance to watch that celebrity match at halftime, I had the great honor of emceeing. I'm going to ask you a question. Who ran more, yours truly or Craig Elston, who was actually playing in the game? And I'm not including my run all the way back up to Rosette to get back on the commentary mic. Sweating bullets right now. Somebody get me a bottle of water. Oh, hey, there's two right here for me. What a gig. 13:05 left. Here in the third quarter, a feisty encounter. Celebrity game is feisty as well. A lot of contact. A lot of pile-ups out there. Craig Elston, good and healthy, though. Got one touch in. We were just talking about that off air, the production team. One touch from Craig Elston. It was a decent one. It wasn't a bad one. Jordan Caruth, on the other hand, I'm a little disappointed. My good friend Jordan. Toth. Launch is clear. Mr. Elston will be back on the commentary with us shortly. In the meantime, it's just me and you. Good to be here as always. With or without Craig, though, it's nice to have him by my side. I think we make a decent partnership. 1-1, by the way, the final score. The celebrity match. Team Kaiser Permanente and Team Cal Coast Credit Union. There's a fake. Cut back behind this red line that he's trying to attack there from Jorge Rios. This one thumped clear by Pee Wee Ortega. Chased down by Eduardo Arevalo, who made a few nice saves back in the first quarter. A couple of nice ones in the second quarter as well. He's also given up 5 goals. So, not exactly a great night for the El Paso netminder. An El Paso team that, with a win tonight, would finish above 500 for the first time in franchise history. It's not looking like that win is going to be an easy thing to attain. Here's Jamie Lovegrove trying to complete the 6-pack for the Sockers. Lovegrove takes a little tug at the jersey of Danny Villegas. And I'm just starting to cool down now. My goodness. Just had to throw the headset back on, get right back into the groove of things. Little natural cool down. Oh, Toth makes the save with the chest. Is he going to have to make another one? No. It's Christian Gutierrez put one wide. That's another save by Toth, though. He does have to make one. Oh, how quick things can happen here in arena soccer. Thought Toth was off the hook and then said, now we got one more for you. Oh, look at this guy climbing up the steps. Look at this. I'll wait till he gets his headset back on to berate him about a few things.
Oh, I know what's first.
10.5 minutes left here in this third quarter. This man in a pair of shorts, a jersey, game socks. He's got his Adidas, old school Adidas Sambas you got? Rocking the Sambas? Oh man, this is classic Craig Elston in the full kit with the towel around the neck.
Yeah, I'm here.
He's back.
Clearly I don't play enough soccer. I reached for a ball twice.
Oh.
That's got to be the thing you were on me for, right?
No, I was going to be on you for the fact that I ran more than you and I wasn't playing.
Oh, come on. I ran all over the place.
I feel like I ran more than half the people in the game.
I was one of the only people who actually burst a sweat in that game. Looking around, they're like, oh, look at your jersey, it's wet. I'm like, yeah, look at yours, why isn't it?
Well done, well done. I like you, taking everybody to task there, keeping everybody accountable.
Look.
Get the captain's armband.
Short-term goal accomplished, number one, no injury. Feeling good, feeling great.
The free kick opportunity.
Oh, what a save.
Save by Toth. It was almost another spectacular goal for Gutierrez. And this one is up into the netting. And with that fine save from Chris Toth, if you're ready, Mr. Soccer Player, you don't even have a number on your back. That is
I have a
so
microphone.
Cool. Elston, and the number is just a wireless microphone. That is classy.
Thank you.
I was going to say, if you're ready,
what happened in the second?
I was gonna throw it back to you for more play-by-play.
Yeah, well, I'd love to do that. And we've got a 5-1 game. And I missed a total of 20 minutes of game action. Not bad. Corner kick is back rolled to Gutierrez and headed out. Escoto with the defense right there. This one off the wall. Header try wide. El Paso's Arturo Vega.
So you young aspiring broadcasters watching this right now, you want to know how to snap right back into business mode? Go straight from the pitch back onto the broadcast in a flash.
That's it. Run up. Didn't walk.
That was a jog. That was a bona fide jog. Are the knees all right? I saw you
knees feel good. Okay. Knees feel good. Only took one off the shin. You know, I brought shin guards, and then I looked all around me as Medina takes contact on the wall. Quick restart to the Sockers. I looked and literally no one else in the locker room put any shinnies in, so I said, I'm not going to be that guy. I'm not going to be quote-unquote that guy, the one guy. You're like, should I then also put on my Kurt Rambis goggles? Like, how much rec league do I want to look like? But
I just supported the Rambis goggles, just so you know.
Over 5,000 in the house tonight, brother. 5,218. Think that this is a successful event? Think that's 3 straight years it's their biggest crowd of the season for the celebrity game.
Great stuff.
So, secondary, but far more important to me goal after not having to go to Kaiser tonight, representing Team Kaiser, is that B.J. McPherson, my Gulls color partner, had the ball 8 inches from the goal line, and I blocked his goal in a 1-1 tie. I feel like I contributed to the result tonight.
I feel like you were segueing into man of the match honors. Right
no,
there.
just no. A goalie for Cal Coast should have had man of the match.
Okay.
Because that guy Durkin made about 3 legit indoor soccer saves.
Magnificent stuff.
The kick save was ridiculous.
Kick save was beautiful. Shannon Mack, always class out there. It don't matter. I mean, it looks like it's 1999 sometimes. No D. Smith to throw the nutmeg on this year. I talked about that in the second quarter. So I was wondering, I was like, with Darren down in Arizona, who is the 2018
Would Caruth
victim?
get nutmegged?
Who's the victim going to be for Shannon Mack this time around? No, nobody. She kind of just equally distributed.
I reached with my arm out for the ball, not once but twice. Thank God I didn't hit it. Senator Anderson thought I played well. I disagreed. Childs looking for the ball. He'll put it down on an awkward angle. And on his knees, Arevalo comes up with a save.
Nice to have the blessing of a senator.
Concur.
In case you ever get in any trouble.
Well, that's more of what I was thinking about, was selfish concerns. Vieja sends it forward. We've seen Daniel Vieja for years with different teams, including Turlock. Here's a foul on the Sockers. Rojo was the man who went down. From the red line, a free kick coming for the El Paso Coyotes. It's the regular season finale here. The Ron Newman Cup playoffs are coming up. A two-leg Pacific Division playoff begins Thursday at Showware Center in Kent. And then Saturday, a week from tonight, is this shot wide. Put in the middle and played through. Vieja has the opportunity, perhaps. Good charge back. Now his shot is high and into the netting.
Who's Viegas waiting for there?
I'm not sure either. But remember, you can get your tickets at sdsoccers.com for that critical home leg, the second leg. That'll be Saturday the 10th, a week from tonight. $2 Bud Light Saturday playoff game. One of my dear friends with the Gulls front office, who always has to work on $2 Bud Light Friday nights, I saw him giddily holding Bud Light cans downstairs. He's like, it's my first ever night. I'm here.
Giddily.
It's real.
Giddily holding the 12-ounce blue can.
Yes. May I say giddily.
Okay.
He looked like a kid with a giant lollipop. It's the officials' timeout midway through the corner with a 5-1 lead, and we remind you that our dear friends at UC San Diego provide the medical care for the Sockers. Dr. Ken Taylor and Dr. Siraj Ashar with UCSD Health Sports Medicine. They can help you get back on the field, too. Call 844-DOCTOR-SPORT. Barrel Republic is the official beer bar for the San Diego Sockers and the place to go for the largest selection of craft beers. Enjoy our beautiful tasting rooms in Pacific Beach, Carlsbad, and Oceanside, where you have the freedom to pour. And Sockers fans, bring your Sockers ticket to the Pacific Beach location after the game. Select craft beer from our 44 self-pour taps. You'll get 10% off your ticket. Boy, it's fun to be back up here. You know, it's crazy to run around on the pitch like that, Nate. And I just called a pitch, and I don't like to do that indoor. It's really the carpet or the floor or the field.
This vernacular training, I'm telling you.
The pitch is outdoor. I think that's outdoor. I don't think indoor is a pitch. I think it's a field, a carpet, or a floor. I think you can choose. Here's Lovegrove. You know, he didn't score. But Jamie Lovegrove is going to quickly electrify San Diego as long as he plays here. For example, if he plays here next year, Jamie Lovegrove will become an absolute fan favorite because his cheekiness, his audacity is something to behold.
You know, it's funny because it's the cheekiness and audacity with his runs. And you saw that run that he made right there. There's not too many people in this building that are even going to attempt to make that run and call for that pass. That first goal that he scored in a Sockers uniform, one of two that night against Soles de Sonora, was a similar run where Brandon Escoto found him from. It was a very outdoor soccer type run, and that's what I'm talking about with a guy like Lovegrove, that hybrid brain where he's played indoor, outdoor, it don't matter. And that was just a classic striker's run. Beautiful movement off the ball from Jamie Lovegrove. I keep using that term, high footballing IQ. That's what Jamie Lovegrove has, a smart player.
Under 7 to go now in the third, and a 5-1 Sockers lead over El Paso.
A little dummy there from Claire. Sure, Toth was totally ready for it.
Toth. Here's Claire. Someone might want to update the Spotify list. Here's a tip back, and Gonzalez will send it forward. Felipe, now numbers on the rush, and there's Lovegrove flying to the wing. Instead played to left wing. Claire, what will he do? To the top, back to Childs, down to Lovegrove in the corner. Jamie Lovegrove works around to Felipe. And reaching in between. El Paso able to dispossess.
Salas on the move here.
Salas creeping. 9 off the clock. Third quarter. 5-1 Sockers. Here's Gutierrez. And the header save by Claire outside the blocked shot. Contreras pulls this one down. Chests and controls. Look at this run by Raimundo Contreras. Curls on the Kaiser Permanente logo. Proud to bring 1 point back to Kaiser Permanente. 1 point to Cal Coast Credit Union this halftime. Cerda. You know, the more I think about it, maybe I was MVP. I mean, you know, it's a critical goal.
See, the further you get away from the game, the better your performance becomes. The fish that you caught continues to grow in size.
And after that, I checked BJ twice.
Of course.
It wasn't not on purpose.
Ferocious hip checks. That using that core strength.
That's
that you
right.
Just, you know,
that I lacked.
Displayed.
Right.
To 5,000
Here's a solid
plus.
run. All the way down and chipped out.
Great save by Toth.
Yes, sir. Chris Toth coming through, denying David Salas his 12th of the season.
That was a heck of a run. Slicing and dicing through.
And I'll take that back. That was Tapia. 11 on 9. Here comes Tapia. He'll bend it.
Oh.
And the head, but wrong way. Arturo Vega.
Vega didn't know exactly what to do there. I'm
That's
not, sure
not easy.
Not sure I would have either. You're thinking, do I redirect this thing at goal? Do I just get the hell out of the way?
This one tipped down. Now a chance.
Woo!
Up the crossbar high. Catching the frame was Vega. The run now. Challenging LSO. Arevalo got it loose. 4.5 to go in the third. This game's tightening up. I'll be honest with you, Nate. When we saw these teams line up on their respective red lines, and then when I watched that first quarter before I headed down, didn't think it was going to be that competitive a match tonight. Tapia saw it go right past his hand. Smart soccer players don't use their hands. This one off the wall. Unless you're Chris Toth, you're allowed. Good job, Toth. This guy's amazing. Cerda. 4 to Medina over his head. Back to Cerda with Medina ahead of the defense. Pass will roll to the corner. Good job by a double team, one hip to the other. El Paso getting that one loose. Whistle on the wall from Kelly Mock. Touched someone on the El Paso bench. Coyotes not thrilled with the call. Shots are even up 13-13.
You know, shots are even up in this game. It's closer than 5-1 would lead you to believe. It's, when it comes to those shots, the Sockers have taken their chances. El Paso simply haven't. There have been a number of times in this game where the Coyotes have had meaningful possession in the final third and have actually worked a shooting chance, and it's just been practice saves for Toth a lot of times. Easy rollers into the arms of number 31. El Paso figure out a way to...
Power play coming.
That's not the way that I was thinking there as far as chance creation. Putting yourself a man
Tapia
down.
is in the bin.
Oh, man.
2 minutes for too many men on the field.
Header, goal! Claire. Too many men on the field, and Claire cleans it up in a hurry to make it 6-1 San Diego.
Oh, it's horror show time for Arevalo. Right through the paws. Claire will take it. Goal counts nonetheless. 3:32 left here in this third quarter. First goal of the second half. Simple long ball from that right side. Looking to pick out Claire. Some luck with the finish. Straight through the hands of the El Paso netminder, but the Sockers will take it. They got this lead up to 5. San Diego 6, El Paso 1.
Matt Claire finishing on the post, cleaning up. And the Sockers pulling down another power play goal for a 6-1 lead. So San Diego trying to pick up an important result here. We talked about it early. We'll mention it again. If the Sockers can win this, they'll have the second best record overall in the MASL.
San Diego Health power play goal, scored by number 99, Matt Claire. Assisted by number 19, Brandon Escoto. Time of the goal, 11:28. Again for the Sockers, the power play goal by Claire from Escoto at 11:28. Your attention, please. El Paso penalty to number 11, Omar Tapia. A 5-minute yellow card penalty for dissent.
Okay, and there's Vega spinning around as if he were hurt again. But he was not, and the crowd offers their derision as Lovegrove settles on the wing.
You know, it's funny. It was actually Luna getting taken down there. That's
like what I meant to say, pardon me, Ernesto Luna.
Blatant push there on Ruiz, but I guess kind of tick for tack. Oh, man. Luna, though, has been walking a tight rope all night as far as disciplinary action.
Here's one chipped. Toth gets a piece. Not enough. And the kick save from the floor. Oh, Chris Toth, what else can you do, baby? Spectacular.
Wow. Wow.
That's as good as it gets in the MASL.
That kick save. That second chance there from David Salas.
Now, wide of Arevalos' net. Ruiz in the corner, back to the crease. The throw out. It'll be settled down by David Salas. 2 minutes to play in the third. Childs with space. At the top with Lovegrove. Back to Childs. He hits it wide. He settles his own rebound. With 2 men around him. Were Craig to control that, it would have been magician work. Now space and a 3-on-2 opportunity. Cut back and in the middle.
You know, again,
Kiwi.
Villegas does all the work. Can't believe he didn't pull the trigger there.
Claire, the double step over. Childs wanted to feed it back. Easy read for Diego Salas.
Give the people what they want.
90 in the third. Chested down. Playing through. Gutierrez. He's dangerous. Wall ball. Contreras finds it. Knees it back. How do you like that?
Love it. You gotta love it. Crafty veteran leadership at the back. Cool as you like.
Felipe Gonzalez. That's knowing the rules and that's knowing your body.
Awesome.
We've seen some good stuff.
Well, I'm watching for a second. I'm like, what is he doing? For half a second there, I was extremely confused at what Contreras was doing there, and he knew exactly what he was doing the whole time. I wonder what Chris Toth was thinking there as he's watching him fall to one knee.
Medina, good turn. Medina! M5! Family in tow. Celebration between quarters. Goal in the net. He's got brace. It's 7-1.
On a night where he's honored by the team that he's served for almost a decade, almost an entire decade. This man has been a cornerstone of the San Diego Sockers organization. A hat trick on his birthday 7 days ago. And yeah, Craig, he's got his brace tonight. How about another hattie? Still time. 7-1 Sockers, 2 goals on the night for Anthony Medina.
You saw how emotional Anthony got during that celebration. And, you know, from the moment that Sockers 3 restarted, the Iron Man of the franchise, his last season, he wants to make it memorable.
Scoring his second goal of the match, number 5, Anthony Medina. Assisted by number 3, Raimundo Contreras. Time of the goal, 14-12. Again.
30 seconds left in the third.
Oh.
They called it late and on Escoto, which is a pair of decisions that I question. First, the late whistle. Second, the way it went.
Just want to point out a little stat with Anthony Medina. 7 goals on the season, 5 of them in the last 7 days. Nice week.
Solid work. And the bullet into Toth's mitts. And a foul on El Paso off the ball.
I think got the guy in frustration after he really caught a hold of that shot. Fortunately, it was straight down the throat of Toth. He just kind of swung a leg out at somebody that was near him.
15 seconds before the quarter break and the Frisbee toss. Escoto. Room for Roberto in the corner with Childs in the middle. Taken away from him, however. And this should clean out the clock, perhaps. As Roberto goes down, the whistle does sound. Well, 0.6. That is enough time to fire on net.
Let's get someone close, look for a deflection.
We've seen those.
It's got to be one touch, obviously.
Toth will come in.
Love it.
Toth will go back post. Send it to him. Nah, that wasn't the right call. And the quarter comes to an end. 2 goals in the quarter for San Diego. Matt Clare and Anthony Medina. It's 7-1 Sockers. Fourth quarter action next on YouTube's MASL TV. The fourth quarter from Valley View Casino Center, the regular season finale. The Ron Newman Cup playoffs are coming up in the Major Arena Soccer League. Two-leg Pacific Division final begins Thursday, March 8th at Showware Center in Kent, Washington against the Tacoma Stars, and returns to America's finest city Saturday, March 10th. 7 o'clock is when they will get that one started. That's the kickoff for Game 2, and if need be to follow, a 15-minute nerve-wracking and decisive mini-game. It's happened before. It happened last year in the Pacific up in Ontario. The Sockers prevailed. They moved on. They lost to Celeste Sonora in the Western Conference Final. Tonight, looking to send El Paso into pasture at 500 and improve to 19-3. The Sockers have 15 minutes to negotiate between here and there. Craig and Nate back with you. Ross Callan leads our crack broadcast crew.
I think somebody may have just been ejected on the El Paso side, Craig, and it looked like it was big number 70, Fernando Gatica.
And as such, it looks like a power play as well, because a player will sit in the box for the Coyotes, Nate.
Well, what happened here? I mean, before the quarters even started.
Jorge Lozano is in the box. And if Gatica has been sent off, that's the second player ejected for El Paso tonight. So Coyotes have no playoff coming for them, and a couple of their players are ending their season early.
Yeah, the penalty against Balbuena, number 76, and then Gatica.
But he's serving it, but I think it's on Gatica who got kicked out.
Yeah.
Attention, please. El Paso penalty on number 7, Diego Salas. It is a red card for spitting at an official.
Hello.
Time of the penalty, the start of the fourth quarter. Again, for the Coyotes, the penalty, number 7, Diego Salas.
So 7,
is a
not
red
70.
card for spitting
Child
at an official.
scores. Confetti up in the deep end. Second for Childs tonight. 38th on the year. 4th power play goal of the night for the Sockers, who have a snowman on the board in an 8-1 lead.
What a finish from the captain. Slots it in the far corner. Driven with pace. Expect nothing less. Oh, got that thing so clean. Took a little bit of a bounce on the turf. And it was actually a blessing for Giles, as that thing came off his foot essentially like a volley.
Matt Clare, the assist on that one, his second helper of the night to go with 2 goals. Well, this is now becoming much more of the scoreline I think you and I anticipated, Nate. Contreras to Clare. Look at this. Space opening up. Lovegrove's on the wing. So's Ray. And 2 touches by Arevalo. He had 2 hands out and needed them both to block that one away. The 46th minute. Thought I saw Clare instead of Sosa, but they said Sosa on that assist. And we'll bend to the will downstairs. Lovegrove in the corner. Tips. Now Roberto. Offensive midfield, it's Pollo. Hiram Ruiz. Working with Escoto, or with Pee-wee, pardon me. Luis Ortega. Safe to put this one in the books tonight, Nate?
I think so.
I think so, too.
13 and a half, 7-goal lead.
And this one sent to an empty wing.
But you don't want to see it get sloppy. And that's what Phil Salvaggio's got to be saying.
And
right
here's
now.
the opportunity right here. We've called it into action. Crumbled in the box. A holding call could lead to a penalty shot. Let's see. They called it the other way, Nate.
You called him for a dive?
They called Jorge Rios for reaching out and hooking offensively.
Oh, bad.
I'm going to watch it. No, they're showing live action, not replay again. Pardon me. Contreras back to Toth, playing with the feet. Forward to Ruiz.
58, Jorge Rios has 3 fouls in the half. One more foul results in a penalty.
So there's, and Rios smokes the upper frame.
Yeah, Rios, right after committing his 3rd foul, where one more would result in a penalty, just went straight over to Pollo and just knocked Pollo right on his keister.
Look at this pass. But Clare had to play it forward. Couldn't control that one down.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say those 3 fouls aren't really affecting the thought process too much.
Vega turns! Rips it off the CCCU logo.
I mean, how many times have we seen stuff like that tonight for El Paso, who still only have 1 goal to their names? It's a real chance. Great opportunity to get one back. Just inches high in the end of it. Night of almost for the Coyotes.
And for B.J. McPherson, if you really think about it. Woo! Celebrity style kick there. Clare coming forward. Over to LSO. To Lovegrove!
Jamie!
Crowd let down, rejoice. Jamie Lovegrove on the board for the 9-1 score.
Sister cities, Crawley and San Diego. Jamie brings it all together. He's got another one for his new club. What an addition this guy is. I've already spoke about it on the broadcast tonight. Talked about it over the last couple of weeks. The timing of this guy jumping aboard this particular ship. A welcomed addition, to say the least. And he's got the 9th goal of the night. Brilliant vision from LSO. To be fair, Lovegrove in acres of space, but still a nice dish from Luan Salas Oliveira. And Crawley's finest slots it home for 9-1.
Goal!
Third of the year for Lovegrove.
Scored by number 45, Jamie Lovegrove.
Medina wants the hat trick.
Assisted by number 11, Luan Oliveira. Time of the goal, 2:45.
That might be the only thing I'm rooting for other than health the rest of this game, is if M5 can get a second consecutive home hat trick. Oliveira.
Would be sensational. He's in the right spot right now.
Oliveira with Medina. He'll shoot off frame.
Oh, I thought that was going to go square to Medina for sure.
LSO wasn't listening. Coming the other way through Salas.
By the way, credit to Callum McClurg for really milking the love in Lovegrove there. I
Gotcha.
I like that. Tip of the cap. Tip of the cap.
This bomb right into Toth's mitts. How disheartening must it be for the opposition to look down and see Chris Toth, like a cyborg in the frame?
A cyborg goalkeeper. I feel like that could just be a sci-fi novel in and of itself. That's good stuff. We're creating here on the broadcast, Craig.
Got a glowing red eye if you look real close.
I like it. Oh, wait, you're talking about actual Chris Toth right now.
Yes.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, he's actually a cyborg. Turning back, David Salas holding again with the 4th minute off the 4th quarter clock.
We haven't talked about this in the interviews, me and Chris. Is that one of the, you got to know him a little? I know you've known him for a few more years than me.
It's a Fallbrook thing.
Okay.
I've never been to Fallbrook.
But apparently some cyborgs have.
Well, that's why I've never been. Lovegrove into the quarter. I'd like to be careful around here. Forward pass, headed back. Sosa feeling sharp. Boy, the Sockers are in control tonight. Showing off in front of a crowd of 5,218 this evening. Great celeb halftime game. Lots of youth participation this evening. Look out, giveaway. Claire has to fight back, and Toth says, I am the human eraser. You must assimilate.
Cyborg hands, too.
Medina.
They're going over the celebrity jersey auction.
If anyone
right
bid on mine,
I wanted.
Too bad it's on my body. You can't have it.
You saw where I was going with that.
Yeah, can't have it. Notice they didn't auction it. And for actually, we pay you
hot dollar.
Hot dollar. Please put it in my thong.
Oh, at least
to respect me, at least.
At least give them 2.
Respect me and put it in my thong.
Ross. I mean, I at least would have expected to see Abe Lincoln there. Really?
Here we go. Off the wall. Looking for the wall of scorer, but Arevalo says no.
$1. That's what the producer says you're worth. Or your jersey's worth. Sorry, I didn't mean to get carried away there.
Well,
I mean, you're worth at least 5.
It's right. Thank you. Let's settle this clean. 9:03 in the 4th. You know, at least a hot cup of coffee. Do we mention Mitre? Oldest
yes.
footballing.
Yes, we took the trip to Huddersfield.
Creator, Huddersfield 1817.
Oh.
Proud provider of balls to the MASL and
Brilliant.
MASL2.
Brilliant.
I used a ball like that, blocked B.J. McPherson's potential game-winning goal. It was a Mitre ball that I blocked.
And the way that you just acrobatically left your feet looked very Brian Farber-like as you did a little, Jackie Chan kung fu move in midair.
I don't feel like I did that.
Oh, I watched
but
it.
But tomorrow I might think that.
The fish continues to grow in size with
Indeed.
every passing second.
Oh.
And that's okay.
Oh!
God, careful.
We'll get a nice hug.
Who caught him there? That's what I want to know.
Scoto.
It was.
It's fan appreciation night here.
A teammate appreciation
at
night
Valley
right there.
View Casino Center.
Oh, man.
I love games like this that are fun. Laughing and scratching. Free kick for El Paso. What do you got, Coyotes?
It was a free kick that led to their 1 goal of the game.
Let's
a
see
sensational
something
strike
wily.
From Gutierrez. Oh!
4-man wall this time. No Gutierrez. Wall kick this time with 8.5 to play.
Not that it's of any importance to the El Paso team, but on a night that's seen 10 goals, 9 of them scored by the Sockers, a free kick goal by Gutierrez actually been the best of the bunch. Unfortunately, it just counts for 1.
I think that's reasonable. We start grading on quality of goal.
But when it comes to quality of defensive goal line clearances, I mean, where we'd have to go with that.
To a different place at a higher level.
A much higher level.
Lovegrove dispossessed from the side. Arevalo on Safari. Here comes Arevalo.
Oh, wow. Actually,
I need to keep his run alive. What are you pointing at, kid?
Easy
21.
there. Easy there, old man.
Eduardo Arevalo. Here comes the long run! Oh, off the wall! It was Rios. Now the goal. You can't stop Omar Ledesma. You can only hope to contain him. 8th goal of the year. It's 9-2. And Toth with a pat of support to Felipe Gonzalez there.
Rough couple of minutes for Felipe. Almost took a backwards tumble into his own bench, and then he and Toth unable to thwart the El Paso attack there. It's 9-2. This one still not in doubt, but talked about cleaning up to close this thing out, making sure nothing sloppy goes down near the remainder of this match. It's a nice finish in the end of it, but
Felipe
not the finest moment of
tried
defending.
to sell out to block that.
Yeah. Emulating someone?
Well, I mean, you know, try. It's not a matter of try. It's, you know, do or do not. There is no try.
So what does he owe you, royalties? I mean, is that where we're going with this? You know?
No, not at all.
You have copyright on acrobatic defensive clearances now? He owns it. It's gonna be your pose. You know, the way people think of that Michael Jordan pose
right.
with, you know, the long dunk. That's gonna be the Elston now. It's gonna be on spray paint
Can I
stencils
tell
all
you
around
how
San Diego.
much better this particular building narrative is than the one where Susie scored over my head when I was the goalie in the last seconds?
Yeah, you don't tell that story as much.
That's why I don't ever want to be goalie again. Boy, Joe Little played good goalie, and Durkin, I don't even know who that is, the goalie on the other side, who was pacing around like a crazed animal before the game, 31. No,
well, that was
wrong.
Joe Little.
Okay.
Joe Little was your
This
keeper.
31.
Joe Little had a hell of a game.
Coach and trainer to the stars from Fitness Quest 10, Todd Durkin.
Okay,
well,
Todd
let me
Durkin.
tell you, sign up for Fitness Quest 10 because that dude looks like he's taking a supplement or two. He was crazy, and he made some saves that were sick.
And he's talking goalkeeping supplements.
That's right. I mean, like, you know, an extra shin guard or something.
Right.
Really
Look, the dude's yoked.
good
Okay, let's
shoot.
just
Yeah,
be blunt about it.
He's strong, and he seemed very competitive to me. That's what we were laughing about in the corner tunnel, is that Team Light Blue was kind of like, hey, let's take a picture. Meanwhile, Team Dark Blue behind us, like, BJ's going, defense wins games, let's go.
Yeah.
And Dirk is like, high-fiving everyone, Like, you're a little too into
I
this.
walked past it. I got some goosebumps.
You assumed they were going to win based on that, but looks can be deceiving.
Comeback kids.
That's
The
right.
comeback kids. Team Kaiser Permanente.
Look, we don't like to brag, but a point in celebrity soccer, that's a big deal.
Okay. How's the league table looking? Where's Kaiser Permanente? Climbing up the standings?
I think getting a point in the game is important when you concede first.
Absolutely. Rescue job. Well done. I'm gonna come right out and say it. I didn't think you were gonna do it. Did not think Team Kaiser Permanente when you guys went down 1-0. I'm thinking Cal Coast 3-0.
We were plus 210 easy on the European money line. I didn't get to check Bovada right before we came out.
I wasn't playing. I should have got in on this.
Yeah.
Got in on this action.
Plus 210. God, that block is important. Think about how the Bitcoins moved just based on that block.
What was the action like in Hong Kong? You got the bookies over there going for this too? Yeah? Okay.
Another power play for the Sockers. Rios.
Jorge Rios. 2 minutes, 4 fouls in the half.
There were the 4 fouls on Rios. We were warned. Sosa found the space, and even with a missed touch, who's got the hat trick? M5's got the goal! It wasn't the prettiest of his career. It counts all the same. 10-2. And they're laughing about it on the field in San Diego.
A hat trick last week on his birthday. Honored tonight. A Sockers legend. Someone who's so important to that identity. The Sockers culture. Back-to-back Hatties in 7 days in the span of a week. 6 goals. 3 last Saturday against Rio Grande Valley. 3 tonight against El Paso. He loves playing against teams from Texas, apparently. I go back to that stat. 8 on the year, 6 of them in the last week.
UC San Diego Health power play goal. Scoring his 3rd goal of the match, number 5, Anthony Medina. Assisted by number 20, John Sosa. Time of the goal, 8:24.
6:20 to go before we go to playoff mode. The Ron Newman Cup playoffs. It's a week from tonight when the Sockers are at home looking to either close out or even up the Tacoma Stars. Again, on their home field with Waltman in net. We've seen it. Here's a rush through. And the second touch. Toe off the line and the rebound's in. Oh. It's Jorge Lozano with his 3rd of the year. Putting a 3rd on the board. The field goal up for El Paso. Well, Lozano picking up his 3rd point in his 4th game. He's had a nice finish to the season, only drawing into 4 of 22.
Number 76, Jorge Lozano. Assisted by number 15, Arturo Vega. Time of the goal, 9:05. Again, for the Coyotes, the goal by Lozano from Vega at 9:05.
Callum McClurg downstairs, PA voice of the Sockers and the San Diego Gulls. Gutierrez. 5:43 left on the game clock.
Now, Callan, a young, aspiring public address announcer, does some broadcast work as well. A legendary PA voice. It's also in the arena tonight.
That'd be Mr. Lovett?
He read your name.
He did. I heard it. Stepped out. Turning around was Vieja. I remember when he played in Tijuana a few times that Vieja got a little saucy with the Sockers. So
I can see it.
He's a guy to watch for.
See it.
As the game finishes. I mean, obviously the Coyotes see the writing on the wall and on the scoreboard.
Ugh.
Funny English over there.
Hot potato for Chris Toth.
Zamboni Tunnel Door has provided many a funny carom over the years. Here's one over Lovegrove's dome. Jamie with those bright red boots. Sosa chests it down. Here's Boyle. Field wide to Claire on his way off. Just hops on the wall. Dukes of Hazzard style exit there for Matt Clare. We don't need no stinking doors. Here's Sosa. Could be a critical playoff component to this club. Sosa, Lovegrove, these players who have been in big situations over the years.
Absolutely.
Pee-wee off the wall. Pass Lovegrove, but here's the save by Arevalo. Felipe no salsa tonight.
Good rip. Low and hard. Challenge the keeper.
4 minutes in the 4th. A great night for indoor soccer in San Diego. Tapia with a hand to the face of LSO.
LSO was claiming an elbow was swung there by Tapia. And now there.
Oh, I saw it. I saw it hit him in the face. I thought it was a hand, not an elbow, but okay. 3:45.
Whatever it was not appreciated none too much by LSO.
Salas, Diego style. Back to Rios. Well, Nate, you're going to have the call of that March 10th game. The Gulls will be facing off in Bakersfield at the identical time to your kickoff here. And, always in my deal, we just never knew what dates would be set for the playoff. Now, in theory, were Monterey to lose in the opening round, the Sockers would play March 15th at home, and you and I could have that for the Western Conference Final against Solis. Long ball outside. Toth a bit surprised, but knocks it down as minute 58 begins. Claire. A possible final here would be on the 31st of the month. Sockers are again Gulls are in Bakersfield that night, which super bums me out, but
at least you get to walk the streets of Bakersfield.
The fine streets of Bakersfield. Oh, look at this. The foul denies the chance for 2 for Ledesma.
At least LSO's having a laugh with the El Paso players, so hopefully no scuffles before the end of this thing.
19 saves for Chris Toth tonight. Space. And Medina. Can he get 4? Claire steps in, stealing the glory from Anthony, who had his hands up like, well, why?
And then Claire with the Rabona at the end of it, straight off an El Paso defender.
Oy.
A tad greedy, and you love the apology there.
Yeah, there was an apology given right there.
That was clear.
Toth will play the angle. 2 minutes to go.
Didn't have to read lips, you just read body language.
Here's your chance for redemption.
It gets to him.
Claire to Medina.
Eventually.
Spun away by Vieja. Here comes Daniel. Medina the rundown.
Look at this.
He's playing hard.
Love it.
You won't find a better cat either than Anthony Medina. The only player, the trivia question is, I've called him before, the only player to play all 48 games of the 48-game winning streak. Not even Childs played all 48. Not Childs, not Farber, not Toth, not Riley Swift. Not Susie. God, great to see Aaron Susie tonight.
Still got it. My God.
When's his number going to be up in the rafters?
Soon.
Here's Claire. Minute 8 to go. There's no reason at all to do anything. But will the Sockers choose to? I mean, there's no reason. Time to emulate the Polish midfield. Autograph session coming up. Truly is fan appreciation night. And we appreciate you, great viewers of indoor soccer and aficionados of this sport, for being part of tonight's broadcast on MASL TV. 30 seconds remaining. We're just going to walk these moments off the clock and play kick around. And the Sockers conclude their regular campaign at 19-3. Pacific Division champions, second seed overall in the Ron Newman Cup playoffs. However, seed 1 is on the opposite side of their bracket, the 20-1 Monterey Flash. The Sockers cannot host Monterey. They can host Solis. They will host the second leg against Tacoma. And the horn is sounded at Valley View Casino Center to wrap up the regular season. The playoffs are next, and the Sockers are right where they want to be. In first place and heading in with style. A 19-3 record, a 10-3 final score. Nate, this was a fun night in San Diego.
Great night here, over 5,000 people in attendance, so much youth soccer presence. Legends of the game were here in the building this evening. Talking about Shannon McMillan, a member of the 1999 Women's World Cup winning U.S. Women's National Team. What a privilege it is to have Shannon Mack in the building. They do like Miles Dottie, the lead singer of Slightly Stupid, out there on the field with you at halftime. Radio and television personalities galore down there. And the actual match, apart from that celebrity game, that 1-1 draw between Kaiser and Cal Coast, the actual MASL match this evening was highly entertaining. And one final tip of the cap on a night where he was honored. How fitting is it that Anthony Medina scores another hat trick, his second hattie in 7 days' time. A week ago on his birthday, scored a hat trick. And again, he's got 8 goals on the season now, 6 of them in the last 7 days. Huge tip of the cap to a stalwart here in this building and wherever else the Sockers have played over the last decade. Anthony Medina, pure class, consummate professional. One of my 3 stars, without a doubt, Craig.
Gotta say it. Medina coming up strong tonight. Childs another big game as well. Matt Clare put up some points. Hey, Chris Toth, 19 saves tonight. Chris Toth just does Chris Toth things. The fact that the Sockers so many times have fewer than 5 goals on the final score line against, I think we take it for granted. But the Sockers don't just have the best goalie in the league. Potentially, there's guys who could rival Toth on a given night. But unquestionably, the Toth-Pardo combination unparalleled in this league.
Absolutely. No wrong choice. Chris Toth, solid as ever. One final note on the undefeated home mark here this season. The Sockers finished perfect 11-0 here inside the Valley View Casino Center. And Greg, you talk about that being customary for this team and the strong home field advantage here in San Diego.
Once won 40 in a row at home.
That once happened. Didn't happen last year. They did lose a regular season game last year, and of course the season came to an end. Well, season came to an end down in Mexico, but the playoff loss here to Soles last year. So cleaning that up and saying, no, we're getting back to those old Sockers ways that you speak so fondly of, Craig, when it comes to the fortress that needs to be, the fortress that must be the Valley View Casino Center. See if they can take care of business up in the Pacific Northwest against Tacoma, and I cannot wait for that second leg here against the Stars in 7 days' time. Another Saturday night fixture for the Sockers on Saturday, March the 10th. I know you'll be out in Bakersfield with the iPad next to you.
This iPad right here will be,
when you can.
Fully tuned in, my friend. I will be sending you great vibes from Kern County. And to all you great Sockers fans, believe me, I wish I could be there. But if the Sockers host a Western Conference final, Nate and I will bring it to you side by side, and that is what we are hoping for here tonight. But regardless of how it finishes out in the Ron Newman Cup playoffs, let's bifurcate it from regular to postseason and say this regular season, tremendous for the Sockers. 19 wins in 22 tries. Really, when you look at the 3 losses, I could only look at one of the 3 as being like, ooh, that was kind of a rough one, that opening of a road trip in Ontario when they dropped a game. Other than that, I thought the schedule wrote the other 2 losses for the Sockers, and were almost not predetermined, but were as much as possible predetermined. So, play to Mexico in both cases for both losses. So, given that won't be the case anymore, there won't be any of those schedule shenanigans, I think it's fair to say the Sockers are as potent a playoff entry as Monterey, as Baltimore, as Milwaukee, the top 4 in the league. Soles would like to be the creeper that sneaks in as number 5, and they've got the first crack at the best team in the league, the Flash. And they've got the best single crack because they get 2 legs instead of 1.
And one of those at that place in Hermosillo. Talk about the air quotes right there.
Yeah.
That place down in Hermosillo where anything can happen. A place that is, near and dear to the hearts of MASL fans. Talking about the arena that's seen the last 2 league finals down there in Sonora. And we'll see if Los Soles can work a little of that Hermosillo magic against their fellow Mexican counterparts. The highly touted and talk about potent Monterrey Flash, who are expected by many to make a run all the way to the Ron Newman Cup final and potentially win the whole darn thing.
And I'll say just this, Nate, as we close, and it's late, and so we've probably shed many of the viewers, but I do editorialize for just a moment to say that the league does a disservice to itself. It's been not just clear, but crystalline all year that there are 4 outstanding clubs in the Major Arena Soccer League. And when we get to the point of that Final 4, it's going to be one and done instead of 2-leg. The only 2-leg round is saved for the lesser clubs, so to speak, clubs 5 to 8 to get the shot. But the top 4 are just great in this league, and I really do hope that the league can get past the financial and scheduling concerns that they always send back to me when I make these type of editorials. And if they can figure out the way to put soccer first, to put the product first, and to figure out the numbers behind it, because you need 2 legs in the final 2 rounds. One and done. creates a randomness that's going to be fun to watch, but we could see some really goofy goal decide the Ron Newman Cup or a controversial call or whatnot. And I think two legs just evens things out so much more.
Well, I'm with you, and I'm sure many of the players around this league are with you, but circumstances are those things you got to deal with. And when it comes to what hopefully follows, I know we're maybe getting a little ahead of ourselves. People up in Tacoma listening to this say, hey,
we're going to beat you guys,
down,
never mind. Right,
calm down
100%.
about talking about the second round
I
right
hear
now.
you, buddy. I hear you.
But with that being said, Sockers get past this, hey, then it's anybody's ball game. And yeah, do you wish, do a lot of these players and coaches wish that it could be a little bit more elongated, a little bit more of a true to competitive ethic, shall we say, as far as the best team advancing from those second round playoff fixtures and all the way on the road to the Ron Newman Cup final? Yes, of course, I'm sure we all do, but you got to deal with the circumstances. And once you get into a one-gamer, potentially with the Monterrey Flash, hey, let's go. Come in swinging.
Right. And I'll just, I don't want to belabor the point, but I'm making this editorial comment fully believing that the Sockers have a better chance to beat Monterrey in one game than they do in two games.
Absolutely.
To take one swing at a club instead of two. It's logic. It goes beyond anything else. It's pure logic. You have more chance to upset a better club than you in one game over two. Not to say Monterrey is decisively better than San Diego. I think on any given night, the Sockers are the best team in the league.
Hey, I know we got to wrap up here. I know we got to go. Everybody's getting tired here. But before we go, I just wanted to ask you one more time, what happened with BJ down on the field during the celebrity match?
Look, it was a hard-fought game, and I think everybody played hard. And, champions rise to the occasion.
Champions rise to the occasion.
I've got 4 rings.
Okay.
Okay. All up in the booth.
Okay. Mr. Elston.
Look, I blocked a shot, all right?
Mr.
I also
Elston.
fell down and I tried to commit 2 egregious handballs. But thankfully I failed, and results matter.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel really good about myself, and I feel like I've got something positive to say to my 6-year-old who plays first-grade soccer when I see him later. Say, hey, did you see when Daddy blocked that one goal?
Hey, it's been a privilege broadcasting games with you all season long.
Brother, I can only say the same.
An even greater privilege commentating you as a player down
Hard
there.
disagree on that.
So cheers to you, Craig.
No, Nate, this has been fun. I really hope that it continues this season for us.
Yes.
And if not, that it continues next season.
I concur.
For Nate Abarea, for Ross Callan, for our Sockers broadcast crew on MASL TV and YouTube, for our GM, Sean Bowers, our coach and owner, Phil Salvaggio, Craig Elston signing off from Valley View Casino Center. 10-3, Sockers win. Ron Newman Cup playoffs are next. Good night.